Welcome to Marketplace with Charles, where dreams are turned into reality. Marketplace is brought to you by Art of Skincare. Art of Skincare, the company that brings out the beauty in you, as well as Kuwisa Lodge, situated at the heart of Mabalingwa Nature Reserve. If tranquility is what you are looking for, then Kuwisa Lodge is the place to be. Just imagine waking up early morning at the sound of a beautiful bird singing. There's nothing that beats that. I am Charles Ngobeni. On Marketplace, we empower and equip you with tools that you need to achieve your entrepreneurial dreams. Each week, we bring you insights from experts in different fields of business, from men and women of faith. Whichever way you look at it, business is about selling. You are selling yourself as a service provider, your products, or your services. The degree to which you are able to sell spells the difference between the success and failure of your venture. It has been said that you may possess the best product in the market, but it will sit there and gather nothing but dust if you do not know how to sell it. And if I may quote my guest here today, he once said, if I were to choose between a bag of money and a course on how to sell, I'll choose the latter. We will be discussing, among other things, the reason that you would choose the latter. Well, help me welcome the legend, the great man, Themba Nkuna.
Thank you so much. Greetings, Charles. Thank you for having me here. And greetings to everyone who's watching this right now. Thank you.
Themba, if you do not mind, I know you're a man of many talents.
Yes.
But few people knows you.
Okay.
Do you mind to tell the viewers out there in few minutes, or just under a minute, who Themba Nkuna is?
So I'll cut to the chase.
Yes.
I'm born in Limpopo, Palabora, raised by two lovely parents. And I'm sure they are actually watching this right now. I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I'm a born salesperson. From age 8, I started my first business where I was actually selling some icing sugar at school. And it was great because I actually employed 4 people to actually work for me at the time to sell at the school. So after school, they will come to my place. They will come with a report in terms of how the day was, how they worked, and we'll do some stock counting and all those type of things and prepare for the next day. So I am a sales coach. I run a sales coaching business to help businesses grow revenue and to help those who don't understand exactly how they can sell their businesses excel better in it.
And other than that?
So other than that, I'll talk about also the issue of writing. I'm a teacher at heart, both a student and a teacher at the same time. The reason I'm saying I am a student, it's mainly because I developed a passion of reading when I was at university, at the University of Pretoria, where I've done my degree in information science. I started reading a book by then, and I was at a place where when I had money, I had to choose between a pizza and a book. And it was always a book, you know. So from then, I developed that habit of actually learning so much. And up until this day, I'm at a point where I'm doing 4 books every month without fail. So I am an author of my own books. I love teaching people. And I believe that the best way to learn something is actually to teach it, because it is through the experiences, it's through the questions that you get that actually forces you to stretch your brain a little bit to find the solutions for the people. So I love teaching so much. And this is why I'm doing what I am doing.
You know, if you were to invest in a pizza,
Yes.
you'll be well-rounded and disfigured. But if you were to invest in your book,
Yes.
your mind will be sharp, will be alert, it will be well-rounded
Of course.
and fully equipped.
Of course.
Tell us, why would you choose a course on how to sell instead of a bag of money?
Well, I think it starts from what someone said, that if you give a man a fish, you're giving them a solution, a meal for that day only. But if you teach them how to catch the fish, you're actually feeding them for a lifetime. So I find that for me, selling is like teaching someone how to fish. I can give you a bag of money right now, and we've seen this before through the experiences from people who have hit the jackpot, who have won the lottery, or who have got a lump sum of money which they weren't expecting. The results are always the same. Down the line, the person is down and out because you're not prepared for that, because you're not taught how to handle such amount of money. The reason I'm saying I would choose a course on how to sell, it's because I know that as a salesperson, wherever I am, I always spot an opportunity to make an income. That's why I'm saying to you, when I was 8, I started my first business. Why? Because my mother used to work for a bakery. So she would come home with icing sugar at the time. So I had so much of it to a point where I didn't want to see it anymore. But the salesperson in me, that entrepreneur, although when I was 8, I didn't know about the word entrepreneur. But the entrepreneur in me at the time thought I can make some money out of this. But that's the first instant. The second instant, when I was 10, we had a guava fruit tree when I was still growing up and stuff at my place. And I thought, this is money sitting here, because other people, they don't have this tree at their houses and stuff. So why not take this thing and sell at school? So every morning I would check the ones which are ripe and stuff, put them in a nice plastic, so sell the guavas at 10 cents, 15 cents, 20 cents. And I mean, if you don't come from a very wealthy family like myself, if you make 20 rands at that time, you are rich, because suddenly you can almost afford the little things that you want. You can afford the sweets, you can afford the snacks, you can afford maybe the games or something like that. So I'm saying that if someone learns how to sell, you can put them anywhere, they would survive. You can take me out of where I am right now and drop me at another place. And this is why we are seeing people who usually leave their countries and go to other countries. It's because they are good at what they are doing, they can spot an opportunity, and they can go after it. So I believe that if someone can actually learn how to sell, they can make a fortune from that skill. They can do anything, no matter what the circumstances are.
I think you were very fortunate. I mean, you started selling at an age of 8. You did not have an opportunity like some of us who had an opportunity of stealing sugar. There was no need for you.
Well, I did steal the sugar just for the fun of it. Just for the fun of it.
With us, it was a necessity. Around Venda.
Yes.
Malamlele area, Guyana area, Bushbuck Ridge area. The most part of the northern side of our country, during mango period, you have got a lot of mangoes. And most of them, they even fall down on their own and rot. And nobody dares to pick them up for nothing and sell. The other time, I think it was last year during the mango period or mango season, I said to one guy, you said you do not have a job. You say you are poor. Why don't you move from a yard to yard?
Collecting.
You are not collecting. You are cleaning their yard. You go there and say, may I please clean your yard? And as you clean your yard, you pick up the mangoes, you go and sell. Everybody would like to have their yard cleaned for free whilst you're making money out of that.
Of course.
Someone said to me, but some of them, they'll rot. Who cares? What about mango juice?
Yes.
How about dry mangoes?
Yes, of course.
From the very same products, but we leave them to fall down without picking them up and do something about it. I think I love your story about the guavas. Having said that, how would you define the art of selling then?
So I think what I would like to describe that process as, it's not a do one thing type of a thing. You have to equip yourself with multiple skills. The one skill could involve relationship building. You have to be good at building a relationship with people. You have to be good at keeping in contact with people. So when you interact with people, it's not like a once-off type of a thing, a hit-and-run type of an approach, all those type of things. You want people to know you. You want people to keep you in their minds. So that's one thing that you must do. Build a relationship with people. Let people know about you, know about them, care about them. And sometimes building of a relationship, it's simple. If I know when your birthday is, sometimes I can just drop an SMS to say, happy birthday, Charles. You know, just to remind you of me. Well, the intention could not necessarily be to say, I want him to remember me. It's also actually a good gesture from me to you to actually wish you a very splendid day on your special day. The other skill that...
And you know, most of the people, especially the insurance guys, they only remember you when they need to review your policy.
Or upsell,
and not for your own benefit.
Of course,
but
of
for
course.
their own commission benefits.
Of course,
And I've been telling them, why don't you drop me a simple SMS to wish me a happy birthday? It's simple. Some of the people in their entire life, they have never wished a birthday. And that could make a remarkable difference within your sales skills.
Of course. So I think what's nice about what you're saying is that I'm doing some work right now around the insurance space. And I'm really, really pushing hard to develop these guys. What happens is selling of insurance, for instance, in fact, selling of anything. You can either do the hard selling approach or the soft selling approach. I see that most of the guys who are commissions driven, they like to actually do some hard selling, which means I will not leave here without the sale.
Yeah.
And I'm realizing that right now the consumers are more educated in the sense that they can sense someone who's just there to milk them out and stuff. To a point where if I can, thanks to Truecaller, by the way, because now when a call is coming through, I can actually see who's calling, and I've got the choice to either pick up or not. So people
and these are the people who want to suck you up.
Of course, because if I can see this is this insurance company, and I know that the only thing they say every time they call is, hey, we've launched a new product. Hey, your payment didn't go through, all those type of things. It's never, hey, we're just checking up, or we see it's your birthday, happy birthday type of a thing. Well, the other skill that when you talk about the art of selling, I talked about the relationship. You must be good at negotiating also. You must be good at negotiating with people. Right? Because sometimes people just leave money on the table because they cannot negotiate.
Yeah, somebody once said, you do not get what you deserve, but you get what you negotiate.
Of course. So that's a skill on its own. You must be good at negotiating. You must never, I'm gonna say here, you must never lose the battle. And I know some people are going to fight me for this. Well, in my mind, when I say that, I know that you need to have what I call a room, right? A room of negotiating. You need to know that you are willing to go this far, and after that, it's a no. So you must be able at some point to just walk away. But now, here's the most important one. As a salesperson, what makes a nice salesperson is communication skill. Communication means the way I talk to you. Communication means the way I listen.
Yeah, it's a two-way process.
It's a two-way process.
Yeah.
So I find that sometimes when salespeople are wanting to sell things to people, all they are doing, excuse the word, just vomit information to their customers. And for me, I find that it should be the opposite, in a sense that establish my need, because if you know my need, you can serve me better. So be able to decipher the need in me, and you do that by the way you talk to me. But sometimes non-verbal communication also matters, because the way you sit when you talk to me says a lot. And the way you look at me when I'm talking to you, it says a lot. If you talk to me and I'm looking there, in your mind automatically it registers that, no, this guy is not listening to what I'm saying, or he's not interested. But if I look you into your eyes, I'm connecting deeply with you because I want to get the essence of what you're saying. Let me take you to the last point because of time. You need to know how to close a sale. I find that closing is a challenge for most salespeople. Why?
That's the important
part because that's where you get the money.
Yeah.
You can talk, you can walk a journey, a very romantic journey with someone, but if you don't close the sale, if the money is not in the bank, you haven't done the job. Because the closing determines the bills. The closing determines where your next paycheck is coming from. So I find that a lot of salespeople are shy to actually close for the sale. They're actually shy to ask for the business. Asking for the business actually means asking for the payment. I must be comfortable to say, Charles, okay, I've taken you through this process. This is how much it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you this amount. When can you make payment? So most people are actually waiting for their clients to lead them. And hardly that happens because client, it's not their job to do that. So now you are both sitting there looking at each other in the face and no one is actually saying anything. And the situation becomes awkward. The next thing, everyone just walks away and you've lost a deal.
So simple.
So simple.
Look, if someone out there watching the program
Sure.
saying they are not cut out as a salesperson, what would you say to that person?
I would say they're right. I would say they're right.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm saying that is because I like to give people freedom to do what they want to do, right? And it has been a tough one for me to get to that point. I do not want to go around forcing people to do things that they don't want to be doing. So someone said this: whether you think you can do it, or you think you can, or you think you can't, you're right, right? So the question also could be: is sales for everyone? And the answer is no. Nothing is for everyone.
Yeah.
Nothing is for everyone. Singing is not for everyone. Dancing is not for everyone. Medicine is not for everyone. Engineering is not for everyone. Entrepreneurship is not for everyone. Sales is not for everyone. So it will be unfair of me to sit here with you and tell the people that selling is for everyone. But you know what a but means? A but means now what I've just said
You cancel
now,
everything.
It's actually being cancelled and stuff.
Yeah.
But if someone has made up their mind and say, I know I'm not good at this right now, but I'm willing to learn.
Yeah, and develop myself.
But I'm willing to put in the effort. I'm willing to learn everything I can about this to make sure I succeed in it. So when someone says, I'm not good at this, I'm not cut out for this, I can say it's fine. It's okay. You are right. But do you want to do it? Do you want to give it a try? Do you want to learn or not? And that's what differentiates what happens going forward. In fact, I'll give you a practical example, quick one, because of time. I'm coaching a guy right now. I think we're working we're working on a 12 months coaching relationship because I do a 12 months contract with my clients. But now we're on the 3rd month with this guy. It's so amazing that for the first 2 months, every time we met, he would say the same thing. Themba, I'm not cut out for this. Themba, I'm not cut out for this. And I said to him, it's fine, you are right, but what do you want to do? Do you want to give up? If there's one thing I can encourage you not to do is to give up. But if you want to give up, I can't force you. And what I did is I actually gave him my book, one of my books, this book. I said to him, read this book. And after you've read the book, come back and let's talk. You won't believe what happened. On the next session, on the 3rd month now, it's like this guy is on something. I don't know what. I don't know what he's smoking. I don't know what he smoked. And I'm scared now because he's so hyperactive. He's so energetic and stuff. It's like a child who's just taking like, I don't know, so much sugar and stuff. He says, Themba, this is my life. This is me. I can feel it I can feel it that I can do this. This is for me. And I said, what happened? He said, Themba, it's just a mindset shift.
Yeah.
That's what he said to me.
Yeah.
He said it's just a mindset shift because you said in the book, chapter 1 of this book, you are whatever you think you are. And no one can force you to become what you're not wanting to become. So if in your mind you believe that you are a failure, you will become that. If in your mind you believe that you are a winner, you are going to become that. Everyone become what they think they are. So this guy, because now he's had that 180-degree turn, he was able to say, in fact, I know I can do this. Help me. What do I need to do? Where do I start? All those type of things. So to answer your question, I know I'm taking the long turn to actually get to the point.
Yeah.
But to actually answer your question, if someone says, I'm not cut out for this, I would say it's fine. It's fine. But do you want to do it or not? Do you want to give it a try or not? Do you want to learn or not? So even those guys who are cut out for it, like myself, like I don't have to be motivated to sell. I motivate myself to say, I know I can sell this glass at 5 rands. I can buy it at 2 rands and sell it at 5 rands and make 3 rands profit. But you still need to be polished. Everyone must be polished. This is why a person can be a born professional athlete or something like that, but they still need a coach to develop them, to polish them, all those type of things. So whether you're born with it or not born with it, if you make up your mind to say, I want to learn this, that skill can be polished.
So anybody can be anything. And whatever you say about yourself,
that
you
becomes
are
your reality.
always right.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Well, Themba, where do we balance the great entrepreneur and the great salesperson in one person?
So I think the two must always be married. You cannot separate them. There's no salesperson here, there's entrepreneur there. A salesperson must be an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur must be a salesperson. Which means as an entrepreneur, the first skill or the first thing that you need to do is you need to be able to sell your idea. You must be able to sell yourself. So before I can even think of other people who can sell this thing for me, I must understand myself how to do it. I'll give you a practical example of Michael Dell. I think a lot of people you might even also know about him. He's got like a laptop brand and stuff called Dell.
Yeah.
I think people must learn a lot from him because he used to go out knocking on doors when he started his business, looking for business. He didn't have the laptop and then he just sits in his office and say, okay, now I've got a laptop, I'm an entrepreneur, now I must hire people to go and sell all these type of things. He is doing it himself. But now, what's interesting is the opposite. As a salesperson, you must be an entrepreneur yourself. And a lot of people are going to ask the question, but I'm not running my own business, I'm working for this company. You are working for the company, but you are the entrepreneur in that business.
Yeah.
What salespeople are missing out is this one thing, is the benefit or the advantage that you can make any money that you want because you decide how much work you want to put in. I know some companies, they've got nice benefits commission structures to say, if you can work triple your target, we will pay you according to that. So the reason I'm saying a salesperson must be an entrepreneur is because as a salesperson, whether in your business or working for another person, you need to be able to know that you're running your own institution there. You're running your own organization there. And whatever performance that you are putting in there determines how much you earn. And I think, look, I might be killed for this. I think a lot of businesses must just adopt that model, because these people are sitting behind the desk and they're not doing anything. They're supposed to be chasing sales, but they sit there and just drink coffee and stuff. I think it must end. Everyone must be paid according to how much business they're bringing in.
Yeah,
if you are actually in business development, if you are in distribution, if you are in sales, if you're in marketing, all those type of things, there might be a clause that says you will be paid on top of this according to how much business you bring in. That's
fair enough.
That's going to put people into so much trouble. Because
no. It will not put them in so much trouble. It will make them work harder.
Yeah, but I'm just saying not everyone is comfortable with that model, I know. Because now it forces you to work instead of just sitting there and making excuses. Because do you know what we're good at as people? Making excuses.
Yeah.
We are very good at that. Yeah. And for me, the way I distinguish between a valid reason and an excuse is, has someone done what I'm saying it cannot be done? And if the answer is yes, I know that's an excuse. If I can't do this because of that, who has done it before? That person did it. I'm making an excuse.
Well, if someone is to get hold of Themba, they want to buy your materials, they want you to come and inspire them, where and how do they get hold of you?
Okay, so I'm very active on social media. We are living in the age of technology right now, and I think one of the things we want to talk about is maybe some 4IR stuff. But now we've got our business website, which is howtoselacademy.co.za, and people can actually send me a direct mail at themba@howtoselacademy.co.za, and I'm active on Facebook, which is Themba Nkuna, author, speaker, and coach. And then on LinkedIn, I'm Themba Nkuna. On Instagram, I'm Themba Nkuna, sales coach on Twitter. I'm Themba Nkuna.
Well, viewers out there, that's all the time we had. And unfortunately, every good thing has to come to an end. I'm not done with him. I need him to come back next week.
Of course.
By fire, by force.
Let's do it.
He is here. He's coming back. I am Charles Ngobeni signing off on Marketplace with Charles. You can get hold of me on www.charlesngobeni.com, Instagram Charles_Ngobeni. On Facebook, you can go there, Charles Ngobeni. You can go on YouTube and view this. You watch it over and over and over again. You'll be inspired. See you next week, same channel, same time.
Join Marketplace with Charles on an 11-day tour of the Holy Land from the 8th of December 2019. Take the route Israel traveled to the Promised Land, cross over the Red Sea, and float on the Dead Seas, the lowest point on earth with amazing healing properties. Experience the vibe of Jericho and cruise on the Sea of Galilee to Capernaum, the hometown of Jesus. Visit the pools of Bethesda, Nazareth, Bethlehem, and many more. Walk where Jesus walked and see the Bible come alive. If beautiful memories and an enriched spirit is what you are looking for, then join us in taking Jesus to the marketplace. For more information, call us on +27 72 123 0078 or email israel@artofskincare.co.za.